Welcome to Athens. The Peristeri winmasters and Era Nymburk will face each other on game day 7. It's the regular season, and Group C for these two teams is their route to the postseason. Both teams arrive here midweek after convincing wins in their domestic competitions. And here is the schedule for Group C on game day 7. 2 games today. Tenerife and Era Nymburk is the nightcap at 8:30. Nizhny and Riga, Morilal Bar and Gaziantep in the basement game in this group will face each other tomorrow evening. Well, it's a bit of a breakout season in many ways for Nymburk. Dominant in the Czech league for so many years, find themselves in second place with just the 1 loss. 1 place behind Tenerife with the perfect record. Peristeri, having won their first 2 games, have only won 1 from the last 4 and find themselves currently out of the qualification places. But as you saw, it's very congested, nothing but string. And timeout for Nymburk, quite possibly, is the most ineffective start Nymburk have had in any competition in 2019.
Understand now? They go on every catch, they are hard on us, and we play passive. We just scared. Why are we scared? Get low and go by him. Make a foul. Okay? Right?
Force Hills underlines the start for Peristeri.
Do a better job to get open. Use the screen correctly.
Hard show on the screen. Really good jump out on rebound as he tried to get the shot away. 5 turnovers for Nymburk.
We're going to play 5 next offense.
Still,
5. Bring the ball.
No panic in the timeout.
Getting open. Start down. Make holes. Get open. Start. Hold your man.
That's a much better feel if you're a Czech fan of Nymburk.
It needs the fast break, and after this, the score is 3. Now we need to break there. We need to put the ball inside. We play 1 down. 1 down, okay? Post up Yannick to give it. We want 1 or 2 times continue. After this, 1 down. Second, after this, last and off ball. Go inside. If they trail, go to finish. Otherwise, wait for a deep cut. Okay? Let's go. Go. Keep better. Ένα, 2, 3. Peristeri.
So no one's really going to be writing home about the field goal percentages. 25 and 39. Rebound numbers are now evened up. In fact, Nymburk have more, well, they're going to have more offensive rebounds because they have shot a lower percentage. There's more rebounds to actually secure. And Peristeri are sharing it amongst everybody. Hatch has 9, Moreira has 8, and Gray has 6 as the 3 leading scorers. It's all set now. Peristeri trying to end the first half of the regular season with a positive record. Will take them to 4 and 3 and only 1 game back on Nymburk. Nymburk trying to retain that gap and go to 6 and 1. We'll take a break and we'll leave you with highlights of what was a tremendous first half, and we'll be back in around 10 minutes.
TJ Klein looks for another backdoor to Foster. Oh, baby! You gotta be kidding me! What a play by Marcus Foster! What a pass by TJ Klein! Oh, my...
Young over to Rachel. And Vasturia picks it up, hands it off, and great play from Vasturia. And hands it off to Murphy, who not only scores, but is fouled on the play.
That is. Drives in, gets to Zesima, and Silla just with one of the blocks of the night. Boy, that was big time. Kissick with the one-handed running slam. It was that crossover movement that lost Galdikis, and he explodes to the basket. He's up to 22 points, another 20-plus point game for him.
Broughton has it on the ball reversal. You don't stop him. Oh! Get out of that highlight picture. Tony rolled down the middle. As we said, if you don't stop him, and he just threw it hard.
Oh, what a play, the alley-oop to Brown. That was one of the plays of the game right there.
Tenerife need to execute. And now Hurtas kicks it back out. Wide open three is good for Nymburk yet again. Nothing but net. And he loves it. Tenerife love it. Heartbreak for Vefriga.
Yellowbacks now a chance for Gaziantep if they rush. Boy, that was almost a foul on Komalov. Robert goes up for the dunk out of nothing. Goodness gracious. Yagala close inside with the big thunder jam. And Yagala takes no prisoners with that play over the top of two Besiktas defenders. Jim Ulasoy gives it to Crawford. Over to Saunders. He puts it up. He had a lot of time left. Oh, he hit the three! Can you believe it? Unbelievable! There will be no overtime. 3-point shot by Sanders.
Well, welcome back to Athens. Hatcher has 9, Morea has 8, Gray has 6. Gray had those 6 very early, back-to-back threes early in the first quarter. Looked like he was going to have a big night, then seemed to lose that rhythm when he came back into the game. Hatcher was good, as he has been throughout this Basketball Champions League season for the home team. Damage for Nymburk done in that first quarter as we get Hatcher's numbers, 2 from 2 from the three-point line, missed a 2-pointer, and 3 from 4 from the free throw. So your normal good night at the office for William Hatcher. He's in the 35, the plus 30 club for Peristeri. So we're only a couple of minutes away from the start of the second quarter. If Nymburk can take care of the basketball, and if they can get back to that style of sharing the ball, being efficient, they're right back in this. Obviously difficult for Jaromir Borisic's numbers to be replaced. And I'm not really sure either team could have called it, because neither team has been like that great start to the quarter by Peristeri. They now take the timeout. They went 5-0 at the start of the third quarter and have just lost their way.
Play pick and roll. We need to spread the court. Next offense against press. And 31. We play 31.
So bench points for Nymburk's vital tonight, because
play 3 down. Play 3 down. No, let's keep it simple. Bumpy, you pass the ball, you start with the ball. Okay? You're going to pet it. Okay? Zach. Right? No. Zach, boys. You pass, you cut. We play post up to Bumpy. Zach, go under the basket. Okay? And you pick for Kuba. 1, 2, 3.
lead this 59-45 over Nymburk. Stats-wise, still only 30 and 43. They've maintained that 40+% from the three-point line. 16% for Nymburk. They are stone cold. And the journey from the Czech Republic to the Greek capital does not agree with Nymburk. In this group. Great performance by the Greek club. Got everything they deserve from that game. Well, everybody's in for the celebration shout. And Peristeri go to 4 and 3 in the group. Contribution across the roster. That noise has been relentless all night. Here are the statistics. 40% from the three-point line is pretty much what got it done. That, as well as the number of turnovers that Nymburk had. 15-11 on the steal count. That became a lot closer towards the end of the game, but 17 assists against 8 tells you how much difficulty Nymburk were having to get the ball where they wanted to get the ball. Gray had 19 points, a very good percentage. Hatcher had 13. Morea had a big 12. So the players will make their way via the young fans off the court. pictures for those kids to remember. Hatcher and Gray with the selfies. And that's a great way to come back after the November break in Basketball Champions League action. Well, we're going to leave you with some highlights of a second half that Peristeri controlled, managed and delivered the win over Nymburk. Both teams in contention for the postseason. But for now, from Athens, and another success at home for Peristeri. Still only the one.